Skyrim is beautiful, but also pretty dangerous. Greetings, wizards! Today I present 8 powerful weapons that will make your life as Dragonborn a lot easier. Let's begin. Windshear. This is a unique scimitar and can only be found during the Dark Brotherhood questline. All standard scimitars have a base damage of 11, and while Windshear is no exception to this, its unique enchantment is rather staggering. In combat, this translates to block bashing having a 39% chance to paralyze the target for 1/10 of a second. That's not long, is it? But here's the thing, even when an enemy is paralyzed for a brief moment, they enter ragdoll mode and tend to fall over. They are completely defenseless during this period, so make sure you capitalize on the opportunity before they recover. Windshear also has an insanely powerful stagger effect that's hidden from its description. Performing attacks with it will stagger the enemy 100% of the time, unless the enemy possesses Tower of Strength or reflex blows from the heavy armor skill tree. This means that repeated attacks put your enemies in a constant, inescapable stagger loop of writhing hell. A god tier weapon for close combat and can make light work of almost any foe. Windshear can be found lodged inside the bowsprit of the Kataria during the Dark Brotherhood quest, Hail Sithis. Zephyr.
Hey, there's my bow.
Being described as a soft, gentle breeze is an understatement for this bow. It's more like a gust or a gale. This Dwarven bow's unique enchantment allows it to fire 30% faster than a standard bow, making it one of the highest DPS archery weapons in the game. It belonged to a Nord adventurer, Catria, and a spirit can be encountered at the beginning of Arcane Gethams.
I fell. When the earthquake hit, the ground just opened up. Even so, I almost made it. Another foot or two to the side and the water would have broken my fall, but nothing I could do.
A very unfortunate fall indeed, but at least her bow's still intact. Make your way to the summit of the ruin to find her bow, perched on the edge of an overhanging log. Careful not to fall. Bloodskal Blade. An incredible two-handed greatsword containing the longest range of any melee weapon. The Bloodskal Blade's innate enchantment produces a chilling red glow, and when power attacks are performed with it, it shoots out a ribbon of radiant energy that travels 15 feet and deals 30 points of damage. This blast can even penetrate walls, but better yet, it can pass through multiple targets at once, inflicting damage and staggering all that lie in its path. Additionally, close-range power attacks still produce these red ribbons, making this an excellent weapon for power attacking in general. A top tip is to use this blade with Become Ethereal. That's right, the energy blasts do not break this shout's effect. The Bloodskal Blade can be found deep within Bloodskull Barrow, which can only be accessed through Raven Rock Mine, if you dare. Volendrung.
That is one big hammer.
Also known as the Hammer of Might, this ancient warhammer swings as fast as a greatsword, meaning high DPS, and if looks could kill, it originally belonged to a long-abandoned Dwarven clan. It eventually fell into the possession of the Daedric prince Malakath. Like all Daedric artifacts, Volendrung is extremely impressive and is the only one of its kind. Dealing a base damage of 25, it hits hard, and its unique enchantment restores 50 points of stamina with every hit. As long as you keep swinging, it makes it very hard to run out of stamina, and allows for back-to-back power attacks, as the stamina exerted is almost entirely restored with each hit. Volendrung is rewarded after completing the Cursed Tribe quest at the Orc stronghold, Lagerspur. Dragonbane. This Akaviri katana is the perfect weapon for the Dragonborn, as it provides a special bonus when fighting dragons. Its base damage can match a Daedric sword's if picked up at a higher level, and due to its streamlined design, it weighs less and therefore costs less stamina when power attacking, meaning more power attacks. The bonus damage dealt to dragons is an extra 40 points, and on top of the base, that's a total of 54 damage points against dragons. Next time you're in a battle with a flying lizard, bring them to you with Dragonrend, and then mash them up with this katana. In addition to the dragon damage, Dragonbane is also equipped with 10 points of shock damage, which can be harnessed against a range of other foes. Dragonbane can be obtained at Skyhaven Temple during the quest Alduin's Wall. Bloodscythe and Soulrender. What's better than one scimitar? Two scimitars. These twin swords belong to the legendary pirate captain Haknir Deathbrand, and you'll first have to best him in combat to be worthy of his treasure.
So much booty!
They have a unique mystical bond, and when they are dual-wielded, they reach their full potential. Bloodscythe, when combined with Soulrender, absorbs 15 points of health with each hit, and has a 24% chance to weaken the enemy's armor by 50 points for a duration of 15 seconds. Soulrender, on the other hand, when combined with Bloodscythe, absorbs 15 points of magicka with each hit, and has a 24% chance to dispel the enemy's magical defenses. While they may have the appearance of a standard scimitar, they are stronger, and both deal 2 more points of base damage, equaling an ebony sword. Overall, a fantastic duo for dual-wielding characters, and not meant for display. Bloodscythe and Soulrender can be found at Gildenhull Barrow after finishing the quest Deathbrand. Dwarven Blackbow of Fate. This bow is similar in structure to a dwarven bow, except this one is made of ebony, and its color scheme is a lot darker. It deals the same damage as an elven bow, but its special enchantment is what really makes it worthwhile. With each strike, it has a 50% chance to absorb 25 points of the target's health, stamina, and/or magicka. Similar to chaos damage, this means that on any given strike, it can absorb none, 1, 2, or all 3 of these attributes. While it's not guaranteed absorption, like Harken's sword for instance, the stats are almost doubled, and since you'll be fighting from a distance, a trade-off will hardly be noticeable, as you'll be taking far less hits. It essentially drains the life force of your foes, and replenishes you while you do it. A must-have for archery lovers. The Dwarven Blackbow of Fate is a bit of a chore to get to, but it's definitely worth it. It can be found at Kagrumes during the quest, the Kagrumes Gauntlet. Miraak's Sword. Wrapped around its slithering lurker-like tentacles, this green blade has the most unique aesthetic and is immensely powerful. Also known as First Blade, this one-handed sword can surpass all in its class if claimed at a higher level. With a base damage of 16, it beats a level 46 Chillrend and the Dragonborn sword. For a weapon of such strength, its weight of just 3 is also extremely impressive, but unfortunately has no impact on weapon speed. Its enchantment absorbs 15 points of stamina with each attack and shoots out a tentacle similar to a lurker. It's worth noting that this tentacle doesn't affect the weapon's range, but it is cool as f. It's also worth noting that this sword has an incredibly small charge of just 15 hits, and even a petty soul gem is enough to fully recharge it. Miraak's sword can be found on what's left of him at the end of the quest at the summit of Apocrypha. So there's 8, technically 9, badass weapons to get your hands on. Don't forget to subscribe for more top-notch Skyrim content. This has been the Welsh Wizard, and I shall see you all in the next one.